Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Path of Exile, the Fall of Oriath Beta. At the end of the last episode, we cleared, as far as I know, we cleared all of Act 5 over here, and our only job is to get on the boat and return to Rakeist, because apparently there's no way to defeat the god anymore, because the Sign of Purity has been destroyed. Well, I don't know if Katava, well, Ravenous God, I guess is a god. Just did my my dailies over here for my masters, the only two I have in my hideout, and we're going to TP back over here. It looks like there's someone named Lily on a boat. Lily Roth, hello! And we sail for Rakeist. Better to live in exile than die on the psychotic bonfire of an island. I like that logic, it seems fine. You want to make it out here, you better get aboard, but make it quick, because I ain't got no time for tears and regrets. Alright, let's sail to Rakeist. In the charter room, you owe me, alright. I wonder if you're going to be in the new town, and I'll be running some quests for you. Oh, you have a quest for me right away. We're safe for the time being. Let me introduce myself. Lily Roth. I'm one of those. Roth, some call me smuggler, pirate, prefer the sound of nautical entrepreneur. Came up with that last one myself. So you come see Lily if you need something, or even if you just fancy a good chat with a lovely lady. Don't forget that favor you owes me. In fact, now to think about it, certainly a way you can repay the debt. You see, blasted cultists been plundering the refugee ships, trying to escape Oriath, and if not for my incomparable skill as a sea captain, we'd have at the same plane. Lots of blood. Bah bah bah. Kill corpses. Okay. And also, we're gonna have to talk to Sin. So, where are we? Where is he? The Dark Ember. Wait, the 3 hearts that we did when we defeated Malachi? Alright, 3 fine souls. Chavron, Malagaro, Dordre. Alright. Oh, those. Okay. 3 spirits in your unfathomable resistance and vigor. Freed with the beast final exhalation. Oh, they've been freed. We'll come home and Axiom. Give her the warm welcome she deserves. Okay. So we have a waypoint. Oh, so I mean, we're... Oh, this is the town. The same town, except they have a dock now. Alright. Sure. Bestel's still here, but... Lines I was watching better days. You wrote a theatrical epic. Cedric and the Buxom Stranger. So, it's on Tidal Island. You need me to get your work of art. I see. We don't have a gem slot, right? We're using one. We got this one over here, which is the increased elemental damage. Yeah, okay. Tarkle is still here. Oh, the notice board's moved, I think. Nissa, yeah, where is she? Running across the coast, head in direction of the Mudflats. Tracks just stop. What's her deal? Alright, we'll see what we can do. We don't have anything to sell. I don't think there's anything we need to buy at this point. Do we have any coins? Oh, yeah, we do. Cool. I guess we go. Alright. So it's the coast. It still looks like the coast. I mean, it's going to be new critters. I mean, it might be some of the same critters leveled up. No, they're different. Oh, we did 2-headed hounds before. That's interesting, because they didn't used to be like that. You're using the Searing Scorching Ray thing. That's interesting. It might be worth taking a look at the Spirit Shield, because it does have innately increased spell damage, which is nice. I still think we'll prefer shields with life in the long run. Okay, you guys aren't clustering very well. I should probably just skip through you. What's level of the zone? 45 and I'm 46. I mean, we don't want to fall too far behind on level either, but it feels like we can probably just speed a fair bit. There we go, 47. Excellent. And we're going to do what? I'm going to go and unlock this jewel socket right now. And do I still have the jewel in my inventory? Yeah, good. So you are going to go there. 10% projectile damage. Which is good, because our spell cast count as that. Waypoint is still here. Alright, we'll do that, and then we'll, let's go to the side quest. Travel to the Axiom Prison. Is that the same prison as before? Oh, this is different. Is it going to be fire-based instead of frost-based this time? Also, what are my resistances? Okay, well, at least we got all the fire. You will defeat a very powerful invading monster, so we got a prophecy active in this area. Oh, there's still those annoying critters. That's good to know. You know, that some things just don't change. What's the kite shield do? More elemental resistances. Which, I mean, we could sort of use right now since we're not capped, but I'm not going to stress about it quite yet. What is this? Fire penetration gem? Yes. A superior flask? Yes. We have a quest marker over there. Hello, Riptide. Oh my god, that is some damage. Okay. Let's try to be a little bit cautious. I probably don't want to stand in there. I probably don't have to kill him. I probably just have to loot the storage chest. But what the hell, right? Ow, dude. Like, what the hell with the damage? We don't have max cold resist, and it feels to me like that's probably a cold resist effect. Burn out some of his buddies anyway. Simplify that. Claw weapons. Bah. Oh, what is this? Resistance Shrine. Oh, that sounds like probably something that's worth picking up. So let's do that. So are they all dead? Storage chest. We'll do that. I can hear Bella freaking out upstairs. She probably needs to be let out. What's her timer at? Oh, we just started. Poor Bella. I'm not the only person in the house, though. There's like 2 other people here, so she can go and bug them. Shivershell, you are... Okay, you are not a random rare. You are unique. Any reason to kill you? Oh, you're probably the invader. You're probably the invader that's here for the prophecy. Which means you probably have a pretty good chance of actually getting real loot drops. It's funny, the prophecy completed as soon as you kill the first stage. What the frack was that? So we probably get XP for killing the first stage of these guys, but no loot drops is all. I'll drop that just because it might be worth loot. Do we want to check out the rest of the island? I don't think there's any point to it because I suspect it's the same as before. It's just a loop around. We should probably just go and turn in the quest. What's the level of monsters here? Yeah, 45? Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So, Bestel, I found your work of art, apparently. Here you go. What's the reward? I mean, we still need things that give us dex and int. So that might be worthwhile. 27 life. A higher level leather belt would also be nice. I mean, the base life isn't as high. Now let's take Turquoise Amulet. That's going to be okay. At the very least, it will give us more dex and int than we currently have. None of those things are helpful. Well, Chaos Resistance is nice, but it's really not a big deal. Okay, I'm not even bother selling quite yet. Waypoint to here. And let's go. So is the next thing going to be the climb? That was what was next. Yeah. Oh, mudflat. Derp, derp, derp. Of course. Yeah, but the all these things are now red. I guess to show you that you're in a different act, to remind you that yep, it's a different thing. So we got to search the mudflats for Nessa. Okay. First, we'll search the mudflats to find a dead end, a cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac, by the way, is literally French for butt of the bag. It's the bag's butt. Which kind of makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Okay, these Scorching Rays, Searing Rays, whatever those spells are on the totem, they're kind of annoying. Maybe I shouldn't, like, it feels like they're annoying to dodge, but maybe they're not worth dodging. I don't know. We are at least capped for that. Looks like there's still the side area. For all I know, that's where Nessa went. He did say something like she had footprints and then they went away. I wonder if we could have seen the footprints on the ground when he came in here. A lead scepter. 22%. Okay, so same as the shadow one. Do we get lucky? Another 19% increased spell damage. I would say that is lucky. So right now our totem DPS is 665. If we do this, we get 647. It actually goes down. Really? Is it because this one actually adds a little flat damage to the spells? Because this is a total of 28 effective bonus damage. This is considerably more than 28 effective increased damage. 665. 647. That's definitely less. It must be from the 9 to 17 cold damage must just be enough to send it over. All right. Find the missing eye. Is there a missing eye? I don't really see the missing bit. But all right. I have to search the area. So, just like before. Oh, there's Nessa. So it's not the same, but it's certainly, it's not a repeat, but it definitely rhymes, right? This zone. Although it's definitely a different progression. It feels like it's the side area, the fetid pools, that you go and you have to clear it and you get a couple of respec points. Also, there's a little hut here. Okay, this area definitely feels different. These are the mud flats, right? Huh. All right. Who are you? Dishonored Queen. So you're probably always here. You resist fire. Oh, good. Because, you know, all my effects are freaking fire effects. I don't remember if the Chieftain tree has more fire penetration effects. I think it does, and we're definitely gonna... I think I might just ignore you. You're a big pain in the ass. Here, kill my totems while I run away. Wait, what? Oh! Over there. Here. Come over here. Come over here. Come to me. Come to me. Come over here. There you go. Now, leave me alone. I'm gonna talk to Nessa. Oh yeah, those three...
He did this to me. The King of Brian. And he wants me to be... Oh God.
Oh, you got turned into a mermaid.
Please. I don't know how I'm doing this, nor if I may again. Help me. Help us before...
Are you the new Mervale? Okay. Travel through Prisoner's Gate to the ship's graveyard. Search for Nessa. Okay, so it looks like we can't go through here again. Okay, so things have definitely diverged from before. I'm worried that we have to kill you for the eye. Apparently you took a lot of damage fighting my totems when I wasn't around, so, you know, that's good. Yep, I have Conquest. Okay. And I knew there was a possibility, but I wanted to see what Nessa had to say first. I don't know if I should check the rest of the zone. Just in case there's something else cool in here. I mean, at some point someone will give us a quest if there's supposed to be something here. It's probably not worth, you know, just farming it or anything. 46. I mean, we're only one level ahead of the curve. And this is a nice wide open level. It might be worth, you know, just getting some easy group kills. Meh, whatever. We'll keep going. Use the missing eye to access the fortress. Oh. Oh, this is going to go into the fortress now. I mean, time is supposed to have passed, right? It took us a while on Oriath. It's not like we were gone like an hour. It's more like we've been gone weeks or months or something like that. Okay, this still feels a little fetid pooly. It's called the fortress. Karyu Fortress, which is who I am. Like, that's my race of people, right? These marauders. But apparently we're not friends. Feels like our damage could definitely be a little higher. It's taking a little longer, I think, to clear these packs than I would like, but... Did we just sell that shield? Where was it? This one here. That's... Okay, that... Alright, try not to die while you're looking at your loot here. Let's drop some fire traps. Thank you. So, 20% more spell damage. Or increased spell damage, which isn't exactly the same. The rest of the stats aren't really that helpful, so I don't think it's worth dropping our life shield for that. Contained items have 2 additional sockets. That's very nice. They're not guaranteed to be fully linked. But it increases the odds of getting something that is really sweet. Okay, yeah, all these totems are a pain in the ass. Die, 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 die. What you got? Wow, that is garbage. Okay. Very disappointing. Okay, well, we found the next zone, for whatever it's worth. Didn't find a waypoint. Doesn't mean there isn't one. I might have missed it, but... Find an exit. Oh, looks like I have to fight here. So let's drop a waypoint. Or a portal. You are... Karyu God of War. Alright. Okay, they're, like, really fond of, like, throwing beam effects at me now, apparently. Like, you know that piety fight was really cool. People seem to enjoy that. So let's just keep doing that forever. Is that even something I can kill? No, it's not. And then you just drop a million totems because those are always fun. I mean, I'm using totems. I guess it's part of our culture. It's like, damn it, I'm a chieftain. Okay, that doesn't seem to hurt too badly. At least maybe at the fringes. It might be worse a little closer. Is that Quicksilver Flask? Right, okay. Thought it was another buff or debuff going on here. Burn, burn, burn. Totem, totem. Well, is it halfway? I'm assuming I can't hurt him right now until all these things are gone. Oh, I don't think I realized that was a tracking effect either. I thought it was going in a circle. So when I stopped there, I was like, why isn't it going through me? Alright. Vulnerable again. Do. Flame traps. Flame traps are a pretty good way of clearing these totems. I should be like a little bit more consistent about just dropping flame traps behind or beneath them, because it's not particularly good against the boss. He moves around too much, and I'm having to cut him too much. Trap. He doesn't seem to cast them that often. Although that being said, they don't seem that threatening. And no, there's another group of them, so maybe there's not that much win. All right, let's stand here and just trap this guy. There we go. Heavy belt. We'll take a look. Heavy belt is what, strength? Oh, hello. This Sin guy. Oh, is this one of the souls or some shit? Sin wants you to find the spirit. Yeah. Cannot withstand the unfettered fire of deism. He is one of the gods. Turn your blood to mist and scorch your oppressor's flesh black. So choose modestly and choose wisely. Oh! Oh! The Pantheon upgrades. Right, so we're going to have these points, or god powers. You can only have one major and one minor. Major gods at the top, minor at the bottom, and you can swap them in town. So we've only unlocked this thing. We'll take that. While stationary, gain 1% additional physical damage, which is not helpful. Oh, reduction! Physical damage reduction each round, up to a maximum of 8%. Well, there we go. So if we stand still, we don't take as much physical damage. I don't foresee that being something we are particularly going to be interested in. Because one of the advantages of our build, of course, is that it's quite mobile. But if we're playing more of a melee, like stand there and smash people, then that becomes handy. But I mean, I can stand still. I'm worried that that mostly will encourage me to stand in beams and just spend a lot of time getting killed by stuff, but... Okay. Bone circlet, well, we'll pick it up anyway. Mostly here, we're just going to keep moving a lot. Fire trap gem. Do. Drop a bunch of traps into that guy. Get those totems over there. That would actually be slightly better angle. I know I move my totems too much and don't place them very well, but screw you. I don't care. I actually don't know if anyone's been commenting on that. I haven't, at this point, I've been all recording this in one day, because this is supposed to be my day off activity. So I don't know if people have been giving me, like, really useful feedback about things. It's one of those things where, like, a lot of it I know what I'm sort of supposed to do, but it's kind of a little too lazy to execute it properly. You know, it's like I don't pick up all the loot. It's just whatever I feel like in that moment. Sometimes I feel it's the most important thing in the universe to pick up every last scroll of wisdom, and other times I don't care. I'm going to stay in here for physical damage reduction. I don't know if that's that worthwhile doing. But if I'm not taking too much damage from, like, spells, then I may as well just stand here. Because either I'm just not taking that much damage in general, or it's physical damage and I can just tank it more. So life's gone up a little bit. It hasn't gone up very much recently. It'd be nice to get a new item for some life would be the biggest swing. The ridge. As opposed to the climb or the ledge, I suppose. Another waypoint. Did we miss a waypoint? We did not. Talk to Tarkley for a reward. Oh, for killing the Father of War. Excellent. Let's do that. Oh, I guess we got another silver coin. Thank you. You see... Oh, yes, I also saw Nessa. That's true. Brine King. Mm-hmm. Yep, alright. Also, yeah, we killed the God of War. For a skill point. Okay, we don't have the room for it right now. Hold on a sec. That's not shabby. I'm going to keep mine just because it actually has a good amount of resistance, as I forgot about that, and the increased rarity of items found. Lots of crit chance for spells, but that's not really what we're going for. In fact, we're going to be going anti-crit. That's actually pretty good physical damage modifiers on this mid-tier item. I might keep it just in case. I can't believe that's not an upgrade. I'm very surprised. Oh, Lily's over here. Hello. I guess they want to keep that area blank at first to emphasize, like, the shock of, oh my god, Nessa's not there. But now she can be moved in there. Right, I'll keep it just because I think there's some recipes for some of this. And I know I still don't have movement speed boots. At this point, I'm wondering if I should have just crafted the magic movement speed boots. The answer is probably yes. So, oh, you don't sell. You sell. Okay. It's going to be slightly confusing. So, if you sell, if you take... Do you have to start with magic boots or just any boots? I think you start with any boots and a quicksilver flask and an orb of augment, and you vendor them together. I think that's the recipe. You get movement speed boosts. I think it starts at 10%. But then you can sort of repeat the recipe. You can take any boots, any magic boots that already have movement speed, and a quicksilver flask and an orb of augment will upgrade the movement speed by, I think, 5%. And I think you can keep repeating that up to 20% speed, 25% speed, something like that. Like, you can't get to the fastest boot speed, I think. Maybe you can, I don't know. What's the fastest? Is it 30%? Maybe you can go all the way. And then you get, yeah, pretty speedy, but they're only magic. Although what you could do, if you're willing to invest, although it's probably a little crazy, you could start with that to guarantee the movement speed, and then use a, I want to say, Regal Orb to turn it into a rare. I don't think there's much point in that. Usually I don't bother with it. Instead, I find good rare boots, and then I use one of the master crafting recipes to add some movement speed. It's not huge movement speed, but it's at least something. And it's like, it's good enough. Okay, this zone looks very different than a lot of the others. The foliage here is different. The stone texture, I think, is different. It's actually quite nice. I mean, I know it's, you know, sort of monochromatic, which is partially a signature of Path of Exile, and sometimes can lead to, like, you know, people are trying so hard to be gritty. Everything is, like, gray and brown and miserable. But one of the things that is actually quite important for games like this, it's important to be able to more easily distinguish between yourself, any active spells, enemies, and the environment itself. And so a relatively plain environment makes it a lot easier for you to be able to see other things that are going on about. I mean, these critters aren't particularly bright colored, which is too bad, but it makes it really easy to see when, oh yeah, the ground's on fire over here. You might want to do something about that. Can I blink down here? No. So this is just a dead end? That is very disappointing. I wish I had speed boots. Oh, I didn't get my reward from Tarkley. I forgot. I had no space in my inventory. I had to sell, and I forgot to actually get it. And it was a skill point, too, so that would be pretty nice to get. Still, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and portal. And say, I'll wait until the next waypoint. No, come on. God, I'm so happy they put those stairs there. I mean, it doesn't matter as much for the run to Tarkley, but it's a big deal when you're talking about the run to the waypoint. So we're going to keep going towards this middle bit over here. So we're picking up a lot more of these strength nodes, but we're going for that big hit point node over there. Plus the totem placement speed, which sounds handy. I don't know if that's effectively the same as like cast speed, or if that shrinks the delay when it comes to placing totems. Hello, Fleet Freak. You hurt a fair bit. You also seem to be kind of hard to damage. You got fast attacks. You only resist lightning. I mean, I think a lot of the uniques and bosses and stuff have innate resistance, even if it's not listed. Ow! Dude, I haven't died yet. It would be... Although, you know what's funny? that you actually do tend to die to a lot of these uniques more than a lot of other things. You know, like, because a lot of them have really weird abilities that catch you off guard. So even if they're not bosses, like, it's like that guy in the mines who explodes after he dies. He kills a lot of noobs. It's very funny. He kills a lot of experienced players, too, because he was added into a patch. So people were just sort of, you know, derp, 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 derp through this area that they've been through a million times, and then they kill this guy, and it's like, oh, why is he glowing like that? Boom! And he kills you. Took out a lot of hardcore characters right after the patch. I do like these, like, little speedy wheel guys. Well, I mean, this guy's not particularly quick, but I like the art. It's very interesting. He actually has the quick trait, and yet he's still not particularly quick. He's not like the last guy. Maybe he just feels slow in relation to the last fellow there. So, yeah, I mean, the ridge definitely feels like the climb or the ledge. But yeah, I like the fact that it's got completely different foliage. I mean, they've put in some effort into, like, shaking up the art assets. I don't remember the ground being this kind of dry and crackly over here. Maybe it's just higher contrast than before. And that's fine. I mean, a recolor of textures. Oh, look, I love these trees too, though. No, this is excellent. Not like the other zones were ugly, or that this one is especially prettier than it, but it looks different, therefore it gets your attention. Variety, the spice of action RPGs. Burn, 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 burn. Thank God I have, like, a Quicksilver Flask of use less charges when you use it. So I effectively get 3 uses out of it. I mean, it's not comboed with extra movement speed, which would also be really nice. But it's really helping to make it a little less painful that I've been so silly with my movement speed boots, or lack thereof. Corrugated buckler. Hey, movement speed buckler. It's only 3%, but I don't know. If it's got good stats on it, it might be worth dropping the intrinsic health of the one I'm using now, which is starting to get a little bit dated as well. I probably won't die, right? No, I'm good. All right. Let's take a look at that buckler. What you got? Some life, but not really traits that are that helpful, so never mind. What's this? That's my flammability gem. So, lower prison, and we're coming in through the roof, which I believe is different. So we're still going into the prison, and presumably we're trying to work... Okay, kill Chevron, so we're there. So, I guess this was always Axiom Prison. I wasn't really aware of the name of it. It was just the prison, but I guess that must have been it. So somewhere in here is... Now, Chevron, is that Chevron the one with the books? I feel like that's the case. I think Chevron was the one with the books before. I don't remember. Okay, you're not really burning up very quick. What is this? What? Rattled Condemned. Wait, is it like a bunch of skeletons in a cage and they're moving around while still being in the cage? That's cool. I like that. I kind of want to steal that idea for like a D&D villain. And I think it only work with undead. Although, I mean, it could be a bunch of living prisoners in a cage. But I think it's creepier with undead, especially if like there's like breakable body parts and or disconnected body parts that are making it work. Let's grab the superior flasks. Kill the Ash Prophet. Gem Cutter Strongbox, we definitely want to make sure to magic that up. So, let's go here. I mean, we might get... No, we don't actually have a transmute, so... We could just sort of YOLO make it rare, but I'm not going to do that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, Gem Cutters always drops gem stones, like skill gems. And why we want to make it magic is we would like to get more of them, or have them have innate quality. And the reason for that is, well, if you get lucky and it's a skill gem that you can use that has built-in quality, that makes it a lot better. Like imagine a built-in quality flame totem. Only support gems, yeah, maybe. The other thing is if you get more, there's an increased chance of getting vol gems, something like that. Yeah, I used an augment there in a stupid order. 4 additional items, maybe. They have experience. That helps, but it's not a big deal. 37% increased quantity. I don't know how much like the quantity will be and how much of a difference that makes. +1 level doesn't actually help us much here. Contains an extra Vol gem. That's not really a priority on this character, though. Alright, well, we'll accept one of these with the additional items. Okay, I was hoping that the second modifier might give us even more stuff, but not to be. Let's drop some traps. Totem, totem, go. Seems like a pretty good angle over here. I still can't get a good look at this. It looks like there's a bunch of skeletons, or maybe it's just one skeleton inside of one of those torture little thingies. We got the Gem Cutter card. So no quality on anything. Oops, I have my inventory open, so picking stuff up is being awkward. Yeah, not terribly useful. Oh well. We tried. But yeah, like your augment gems and everything like that, like those currency... No, there's more than one dude. I mean, there's a bunch of legs sticking out all over the place. Those currency items aren't that valuable, so if you can use that and get some sweet-ass skill gems from it, it's well worth doing. You can get, if you keep rolling, you can get, like, gems are, you know, have 8% quality or something. That's definitely a chance. But I wasn't going to sit there and roll forever. And if you just have more gems, then there's more of a chance that one with quality will spawn just by luck. Now, is this the same... I mean, obviously it's a different, like, global layout, right? This prison doesn't have the same general layout as the other one, but do the rooms and the components, are they the same as before? I feel like the answer is yes. Right, there's two parts. When Path of Exile runs a map generation, first thing it does is it generates sort of like the graph, like the chain of, like, to go from the entrance to the exit, you're going to have to go east, 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 north, north, east, south, you know, kind of line, and then it adds some extra noise to say, okay, and then we're going to create all these various dead ends and extra loops and things like that, right? That's step one of the algorithm. And then what it does is for each one of those it says, okay, so at each of these points here, I need a room that has an entrance in the east and one in the north. And so it pulls from a library of pre-built rooms and stitches everything together. That's why you get all these well-designed rooms, but the actual layout on the map is randomized. That's how most action RPGs tend to work. And I think that while the general graph of this prison is different, it feels different from the last one, I think the rooms that they use are the same. So it has that familiarity, but also some freshness, which is cool. We are approaching something. Oh my god, am I approaching a trial? I am. Nice. Trial of Ascendancy. Okay, let's try to do this without being murdered. Let's go ahead and just drop the portal scroll here. I don't think you can open portal scrolls inside. I'm confused. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I see. I think I might just have to rush to here. Open that door. And then... I think we'll mostly just tank this shit. It's fine. If there's no other threats around... I was going to say, I probably should have just flame dashed through there. Drop some fire. Oh, I can resummon. I always forget my golem because, again, you tend to just automate that shit. We still have not gotten the cast on damage taken. When do we get that now? And I wonder if is it going to be super high level? Have things changed with it? I could actually make a side trip to the library. One of the things I have not been checking is the people who sell skill gems. I have not been checking to see what they have to offer in these new acts. And I suspect we have unlocked a few extra key things. And so what I should do, the easiest way to do it, I don't think the library guy charges more. I think it's the same price. So what I should do is visit the library guy and see if we can get some cast on damage taken stuff. Alright, so we've done that. We need, I think 7. I don't think we need 7 for the next level, but this might represent all the ones left to unlock. So it looks like the path we followed is a dead end, other than the fact that it leads to one of the trials, and that was clearly very important to go and unlock. Because, again, at some point we need to do all of those ascendancies so we can get some more nodes in there. Boom, boom. I love these new enemies. It's just brilliant. What a great idea. Yeah, and I'm totally stealing that for a D&D adventure I'm going to DM at some point. Loot, loot, loot. Door. Oh, I may have moved my totems a little too soon because there's a bunch of things that didn't die over there, but that's okay. Chevron's Tower. Alright. Doesn't look like it's boss fight time yet. Just another zone. Okay. Well, if it's anything like before, so we just effectively did sort of lower prison into upper prison, like which is where we are now, and then we're going to find the room with the boss. And there's going to be no waypoint here. I mean, the names are all changed and not relevant. Have I ever used Frostbomb? I don't think that's a new ability. I just don't think it's something I've ever used. Die, Woe Knife. Pop open the door. Kill the rare. We might have to reset over here because there's a bunch of new dudes coming. Be nice if the rare also walked out and started getting burned. I think I'm just going to sit here and kite. I like the little attack animation too. I wonder if it actually AoEs or if it is just a single target thing. Like if we were, I guess if we kite him on top of the totems. I think, no, he's just hitting one thing at a time. Okay. Dead end, dead end, dead end. Burn, burn. Oh. It's all glowy. It seems like a lot of these areas are built on, like, deep multi-level stuff for some reason. So bridge across here. Generic strongbox. I guess I may as well hit it with a transmute. Because you might get lucky on a mod. But I'm not going to, like, spend a bunch of effort re-rolling it. But it's just because I know I've got the transmute with me. 2 additional sockets. Well, there you go. Reposition those to be a slightly stronger spot. It is reviving monsters with Onslaught. Is it that monsters with Onslaught get revived, or is it that it revives monsters and then gives them Onslaught? I think the latter. That's our first 6 socket item, so we'll be able to sell that for 7 Jeweler's Orbs, which is really nice. So when you start, I mean, we're not at the point where we're going to get like 6 socket drops. I think it's at level 50, actually, that you can get, like, 5 link? I don't remember. Anyway, so we're not going to get 6 socket items regularly yet. I suspect this might be the boss level. No, not yet. And this is still just Chevron's Tower. Okay. So it's going to be one of those where it's actually like the same zone, but they're little teleports between different areas of it. That's fine. At least it means we're progressing forward. There's Katarina. Ah, yes. Would really like to get her leveled up. She's not so bad when you're doing her daily quest. It's her quests in the world are really annoying. Very much like the assassin guy. They can sometimes just be stupid. Alright, what you got for me? Revive the corpse now. That's very convenient. And it's probably going to be lead it somewhere. Bring it to a sculpture, which is apparently up. Oh, probably on the other side of the bridge. Okay, that's fine. And that should be okay, because she should teleport to us once we get the minion there. Much nicer. And it shouldn't require any backtracking along the way. And the minion will actually fight with us. The minion can die. And I don't think we've got any ability to, like, heal it. It might heal back if it hasn't been damaged in a couple of, you know, if it's been out of combat for a little bit, it might start to auto-heal. Luckily, we still have the fact that our totems draw a fair amount of aggro here. Although, see, this is a little dangerous. He's not taking that much. We could just skip this guy. Give me fat loots. That is not fat loots. So I feel like what we want to do is go this way. Based on where that little indicator was showing us. But it can be really hard to read in these kinds of maps where the best path is to do the Master's mission. Okay, that dude is like at half health now. I'm really worried he's just going to die before we get any shit done. I could really just start skipping more of the content here. I'm going to see if we just wait if he'll start healing up. Man, it's all these rares. And they're attacking him. Okay. Are you going to start healing? Is something cursing me? Oh, desecrated ground. I think the answer is no. Also, what's a little bit annoying about this quest, though, is that we don't get continuous reminders as to where we're supposed to go. I mean, so there's an exit. Sure. But, like, with the hunter quests, it just says stairs. It might be another linked zone we have to go to. I don't know. I'm going to swing over this way, because I'm assuming those stairs just send us to another part of linked zone. I'm just going to verify that down here is not where the totem is, although I'm pretty sure we'd be able to see it. And it's pretty dead-endy. Yeah, and she faces this way. So I'm assuming these stairs lead to another area over there, and that's actually where we've got to bring this critter. That sort of thing can be annoying with the Master's quests. And this critter is definitely not healing, so I'm kind of concerned that it's not going to make it to where the hell we're supposed to go. Sometimes the totems are really close. This does not appear to be one of those times. We see the other zone? That's where we came from, so it should be somewhere over here. We really have no sense of where the direction might be at this point. Should forward cast my totems as much as possible, because they'll draw aggro first, instead of the critter. And my totems are relatively tough, right? We've grabbed a lot of things that increases our totems' life and resistance and all that sort of shit. Okay, there's another stairway. At this point, I think I might just abandon this dude. Yeah, it's just stair 2, so we're still in the same zone. We don't know where this one is relative to anything, so yeah, I have no idea if... Does this guy drop desecrated ground behind him? That's kind of jerky since it's damaging us, unless he happens to heal on desecrated ground, but there hasn't been any indication that he heals from anything at this point, so I'm gonna assume this mission's probably just gonna fail. And that makes me sad, because I would like to have more masters leveled up. Angry Bone. Die, die, die. Yeah, these things are surprisingly resistant. Yeah, so mission failed. That's okay. We knew he'd probably die at that point. And I wasn't going to backtrack for it. I don't want to complete it that badly. We'll take a look at you just to see. So how do I get over to wherever the heck that doorway is? I wonder if we'd see the totem now. If, like, we just turn the corner and the totem's there, I'm going to be a little salty. This is clearly not the right way. Is there a way to reset the map location? Because it remembers where I pan to when I tab in and out. There's probably a key to reset it. I just don't remember. It sort of feels like maybe it should reset when you close and reopen it. On the other hand, I don't know, maybe it's quite convenient that it doesn't for different reasons. No, I think it should reset when you close and reopen the map. I'm sure there's a hotkey, but I think the default should maybe be to reset. Maybe there should be an option in the option screen. Maybe there is. I don't know. Alright, you know what? Screw that guy. You guys take too long to kill. Although, you'll have a loot monkey inside you. Which means you'll be that much tougher. But that much more rewarding, so what the hell. Thug's Grip. Pew, pew, pew. Reset. Reset. Pew, pew, pew. In fact, I would be okay with him, like, hitting me a little. Well, he does a fair amount of damage. So if he hits me, he might not kill the totems. It's like, normally I'm okay with the totems getting hit because I actually want to not take damage, but in some situations, you have life regen. Resist elemental damage. Well, that's not helping. I mean, we're not in any kind of risk whatsoever, so I'm going to keep, like, whacking him because we should get a fair amount of loot out of this. Although, yeah, you can see the life regen tick up from time to time. He does regen fast. It's not that we're not doing that much damage, although it's a combo. It's both resisting elemental damage and healing. I didn't get my totems down in time. Let's go and get our flame golem down, too. Oh my god, just die. Just die. It's a good thing he's not actually a threat. Because this would be the world's worst and most annoying fight. Well, I just would have skipped him. Which is what I was going to do. I was going to skip him in the first place. And then it was like, we might be able to get... yeah, it's not even worth, like, microing that loot. It's like, it's not good enough. We know about a door over here, so I should probably go that way. Ground burning. God, they have a lot of these rare dudes. Prison rooftop. Is this where the boss is? Kill Shavin and Brutus? Oh, so you're... Oh! Oh, she's rezzing him! It's Brutus again! Reassembled Brutus. Look at that! Okay, and books. And, oh, your hook has changed! Oh! Okay, so this is actually... I gotta say, again, kudos to them to, like, make the fight more interesting. You can't really add more complexity to the early fights. Because there's still... What the hell is... I guess you're just linked and that's what's causing the shield to exist? Or no? That was definitely a thing. Was it because he got close? Or was that what she was doing instead of whatever she's doing now? Maybe he was empowered while she was beaming him? I'm taking a fair amount of damage. Oh, for frack's sake, man. But yeah, you can't make the early fights more complicated because it screws new players. Right? It's like, I don't know what to do and there's too much stuff. What happened to Brutus? He's an... Okay. Was it because Brutus got the half hit points? They swapped? Could be. Shit, man! I was just worried for a second she was obliterating the totems. I wasn't realizing that she's also obliterating me with that stuff. Okay, I mean, we're doing actual damage to her, which is good. Still have my emergency heal on my one flask. That's the one, like, insta-heal if you're low on health, which seems to be happening a lot. Jesus! Well, there it is, folks. Our first real death in here. If I resurrect the checkpoint, you know what? I'm just going to go town. I'm worried that the checkpoint's not actually going to be the entrance to this, and I know I have a waypoint in there. Let's go ahead and take a second to vendor here, because we'll need space. So yeah, look at that. 7 Jeweler's Orbs. Just great. Sell you. Yes, yes, yes. Quality. Quality flask. Oh, that's not a quality flask. This is something I'm going to vendor, actually. Green. Green supports. Blue supports. You go there. There. Red. Dump all the currency items. And you are a divination card. Oh, we actually have a full set of gem cutters. We'll have to go and turn that in. And go ahead and just vendor this over here and dump the currency some more. Okay, let's go back in there. Boom, boom. Oh, we have an optional quest to go and clear the Twilight Strand, which is originally the zone you first come in. So there's clearly another way out of that village. I should go and do this optional mission here, because it's probably going to be super easy. So I think part of the problem is here, I think she does a lot of lightning damage, and our lightning resistance is only 45%. That's why this fight is being so tough. It's because we don't have enough lightning resist. We're literally taking more than double the damage we should be, because we should be resisting 75%. But we're only resisting, well, we're resisting less than 50%. So it means instead of only taking 25% of the actual damage, we're taking 50% of the raw damage, which is too much. Looks like they've combined now. So that's interesting. Ow. Very cool effect, though, that cone. I gotta say, visually very appealing. Not that I want to get hit by it, but it looks good. That being said, I think the Brutus mode is generally easier for us. In fact, I think this mode is easier even than the first Brutus phase, because we don't have lightning-based AoE to move around. If we were lightning resist capped, then I would feel like this would probably be a much more manageable fight. I don't think we would have died if we were actually capped on our lightning resist. So, you know, that's on me. Can I just tank this shit? Oh, there it goes. Seem to have missed a lot. We might have had some evasion. So are you going to suck up another soul for us? So it begins. Okay. Alright, good. You do things. We've got another way out here. Down into the Warden's Chambers. Now that's very interesting. Now this is where we fought Brutus before. And then after we kill him, we can then exit out through this door, which then leads us out to... I don't remember the zone. I guess it's just called Prisoner's Gate, which is where before Piety closed that door, and we weren't able to walk into the area that would have been Act 2. But now, does this mean we can walk directly into the area that would have been Act 2? And in fact, we just killed a major boss. It's possible we literally will be walking into Act 2 at this point, from a slightly different direction. Into the... not wetlands. Western Forest? Western Forest. Let's see. Let's see what that's in the end of the road. We might just end up walking further down this road. Like, there's no reason to imagine that the area here directly connects to the Western Forest. Although, you could sort of see the roadblock on both sides. So, I don't know. Maybe it does. Nice little clusters of enemies here. Feels very productive to kill these guys. But yeah, we will have to pay a little bit of attention to our resistances. Because that was bad. Yeah, it's the only reason we died is because we were not... Oh, well. And I wasn't dodging well enough and yada, 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 yada. But I'm pretty sure that if I'd played the fight exactly the same but had more resistance, then I wouldn't have died. And yeah, we can walk directly into the Western Forest. I wonder if there's extra stuff in this zone. Like, it might still be worth checking out. Was there even a waypoint there? Yeah, there was. Okay, so we can always go and revisit it. It's possible when I go to town here, which I should really... Let's just do it now. Sure, for these rewards, but I'm not going to do the Twilight Strand right now because I don't want the zone to reset. It's not the end of the world. Hello, Armor Helm with 4 sockets. Thank you. It's a lot of life, but no resist. So thanks, but no thanks. Okay, well, we're going to do this until we at least find a waypoint. So... Oh, there's still some of these blackguards kicking around. Remember, he had to kill those to get the thing to unlock the door. I like it. This is sort of like, you know, very, very sort of nostalgia tour of Rakeist here. So, we had the spider nest. We had Alira's den. And these things might still be around. But mostly I'm going to... Oh, nice antlers, buddy. Mostly we're going to go and see if we can find the waypoint. And when I do, I'm going to turn around and... Oh, the Cloven one. Defeat Aberoth. So that must be over here. All these acolytes must be part of him. Okay. And defeat the Puppet Mistress, who both might be in this area. But again, I'm going to try to find the waypoint, and then I'm going to go and do the Twilight Strand thing, because it should be lower level, relatively easy to burn through, and maybe give us a little bit more experience that will help here, because we're level 48, and it's a level 48 zone, so if we can stay a little bit ahead, that would be nice. So, let's check it out. Fallen from Grace. I like how we're going to do the Twilight Strand backwards. Starting from Lion's Eye Watch. I wonder if that's a bunch of dead noobs that were killed by Hillock before. You will encounter swarms of insects in this area, so we have a prophecy. Cool. Anything back here? Nope. And it is clear. We just have to clear this. So we do have to actually go and clear every single mob. You know, it might be kind of like a bit of a message, a taunt from the developers, because a lot of players... Oh my god, this episode's been going on for 50 minutes. We're going to put a cut in here, and I'm going to continue this next time. Thanks for watching. See you then.